So my last video was pretty much a year ago, but I wanted to wish you guys well. I'm going to try to do this as good as I can in just one take. I really should turn my phone sideways, shouldn't I? But this channel is about like projects. There's been a lot that's happened in my life in the last year. The biggest change being that I moved away. I moved states, but I brought a lot of my tools and stuff with me. I've bought different tools in the last year. I've done different projects. Ones that I've lost, I've just forgotten because it's been a while. Let's just talk about my most recent purchase. Okay, this is an Astro Tools magnetic spark plug socket set. Maybe you guys knew this existed before I did, but this is 94404 right there in the top right corner. And it comes in a little tray. I've put it in my toolbox here. I'll show you guys my two most recently purchased tools. So here's what it looks like in the box. You get a tray like this, okay, and you get the 5/8. So you get a 10-inch. It's got the extension built in, and it's kind of like a wobble extension, right? But the extensions are permanently part of the socket. And I like the knurling. Not the most aggressive knurling, but it's not like soft either. I'm just glad to have it, right? Just some sort of knurling. So there's the 10-inch with the 5/8 socket. And I'll demonstrate that just in a sec. You have a 6-inch? Where's I believe this is a 6-inch. So same exact socket. You've got some wobble on it. And I do like that the extensions are built in because usually you need an extension anyway if you're removing spark plugs. Okay, you get a 9/16 by 6-inch. Haven't needed to use one like this. It's usually 5/8, but it's good. It also says 14 millimeter in parentheses, as well as in parentheses for the 5/8 set. It says 16 millimeter, so I think they're close enough in size that they're kind of interchangeable. 5/8 and 16 millimeter, and 9/16 and 14 millimeter. Let me look at my conversion chart here. This will take me a sec. 14 millimeter. I have a Tekton. There's 12, 14. So what I say, 9/16 would be 14.288 millimeters. I don't know if you could do that. I don't know what the variance is, but I'm not sure they're directly. Now see, for 5/8 it says 15.875 millimeters. So that one's close enough in size you could use it as a 16. But I don't know about the 9/16 and 14 millimeter. Let's see, I already lost track of that again. 14 millimeter and 9/16. 14.288. I don't know if you could do that. Okay, also in the set, you get a 6-inch long 13/16. So haven't needed to use that one either. But yeah, got some wobble in it. These feel really nice. The chrome looks nice. Right, you even get some knurling right here on the socket. So let me show you how these work, why you might want them. So we have a set of spark plugs here. So the reason you might be interested in a magnetic set is because typically you have the sockets that have the rubber boot in them. So here's a spark plug. Okay, so I have a Tekton spark plug socket. That's got the rubber boot down in there, and this one works fine. So if you put your plug in there, this one holds fine, right? Nothing wrong with that. It's in there good, okay? But I have a Pittsburgh set, and I've only used it a couple times. I'm not sure on the part number on this, but this is a Pittsburgh set you can get from Harbor Freight. So, and what's wrong with this one is the 5/8 socket is just, it's not even functional anymore. So you kind of have to worry about that for the ones that have the the boot in them. Okay, but with the magnetic ones, here's the 5/8. It's just magnetic. I hope I can demonstrate this. Maybe you can hear it click. It's in there, and it has a really good. That's pretty strong. So you don't have to worry about the rubber boot, or it's a magnet. I don't think there's any scenario where a magnet would ever stop working. That's why I purchased them. But yeah, I just enjoy a good tool, a functional tool, and that's what those are. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. And it's just my main focus has been on my primary YouTube channel, which is tech focused, and I've just been busy with life as well. You guys know how it gets. You're focused, but yeah, I've moved states. Maybe I could do a little tour here of the garage. But I just wanted to wish you guys well. Let me show you my other latest tool purchase. Very controversial tool, so be prepared. How long ago was this? Harbor Freight it was an inside track deal only for the Icon combination wrench set, the anti-slip, the ones that have the little grooves on the open end. They did those for 50% off, and I had sort of been eyeballing them anyway, because before I bought these I had the Pittsburgh 22 piece, and they got the job done. I don't use wrenches too often, but still, like I want decent tools. You know what I mean? Kind of middle of the road tools. I got both the standard. Okay, this is the metric. The metric and the standard for 50% off, and I was like, that's too good of a deal to even resist. And you can argue about these wrenches, but for $65 a set, I think that's a damn good deal. Yes, there's better wrenches out there, but these are pretty up there in terms of the rankings on Torque Test channel. But yeah, and then I went back a few days ago and got these U.S. General wrench holders. They feel surprisingly good. They're not like super hard plastic. They're kind of pliable, so they can bend. So I think they should hold up okay. But it can hold 15 wrenches, so I'm a little annoyed. I've got one missing. So those are my two recent tool purchases. Not that I'm constantly doing a project, but when I do, I want to have good tools. So yeah, just let me know how you guys have been. I could show more of my tools, kind of what I use them for. I could do like a little tour video of the garage. But yeah, hey, I appreciate you guys watching.